Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, guess who's back? Yep, not me, Ish. Ish is back, you guys. And it did seem like Joe was in better spirits since Ish was back. And they did make a few jokes about it. However, I think they kind of ruined it a little bit with this bet that Joe couldn't really go in on Ish for an hour. That kind of killed it. Like, let him get his shit off. That's what we waited on. But it is what it is. We had Mona there as well. And y'all know, I always have to give the disclaimer. I love Mona. I love Mona. However, she drove me crazy this entire episode. She drove me so crazy. Oh, let me tell you about this thing that I am doing. I was told by one of the commenters on the last video that I am unpleasant. So, and in real life, you guys, I'm not. I know it seems like I hate everybody. I mean, I hate Parks. Hate is a strong word. I dislike Parks a whole lot. And I don't dislike, what's her name? Sasha. I just don't want her there. Who else do I not like? Mark drives me crazy now. He annoys the shit out of me. But I'm going to be pleasant. So let me get back to what I'm saying. I'm going to be pleasant throughout this whole entire review or breakdown or unpacking, because in real life, you guys, I'm so fucking pleasant. It's crazy. Y'all wouldn't even understand how pleasant I am, although I still really don't like people. I am not a people person, but I am. It's crazy. I'm an introvert, extrovert. I can only be bothered for so long. It's weird, but I can be the life of the party, but only for about a couple hours, and then I want everybody to leave. That's me in a nutshell. But let's get started on the video. If you are new to the channel, I know I'm all over the place, but please consider subscribing. It is absolutely free. I can't remember if I said it or not because I've done a couple takes. But yeah, it's totally free. So just click the button, and we're trying to make it to 1,000 after year 75. Let's get there and let's get going. So let's start by talking about Mona and what Mona did. Was Mona entertaining? Yes, she was. She always entertains me. However, the loudness and the wait guys, let me talk, like the screaming in the mic, the over talking, the talking for a long time. I love when she speaks and when she, says what she has to say. However, she doesn't know when to stop. We keep saying, Mona, make your point and then period. Like, give someone else a chance. It just really seems like right now, when she comes, everyone knows that they won't be able to really speak, and they have made peace with that, and they just let her get her shit off. Like, they now just shut up and let her have the whole runway. They just let her go. And that's not what we're here to see. Like, she has her own pod, which I do watch now, but that is where she mics, and that is where we go to hear only her views. But this is where we want to hear everyone speak, except Ice and Parks. I'm just kidding. Pleasant. I gotta be pleasant. But yeah, we just want her, and see, I'm saying it very nicely, even though I wouldn't say it mean to Mona anyway. Y'all know that's my girl. But yeah, we just want her, and it's been almost a year and she hasn't found that balance. I don't know if she listens back. I don't know. I think she doesn't read the comments anymore, but she has to do something. But anyway, we move. I thought she had a drop though, you guys. Didn't he say she had a drop? And she's back and they didn't do a drop, but there's that. Was it the same? No, this is a whole different time. He was supposed to have a drop from, I guess, Mano or whatever about her, but yeah, there was no drop. All right, so they talked about the guy that Cardi has been seen with. What's his name? Maduka. He's a 6'6" goalkeeper. From Nigeria, I think. Yep, Nigerian goalkeeper. I'm not even going to attempt to say his last name, but oh my God, this man and his body. First of all, face gorge. He's just very handsome. He could touch up that hair. Like, he could like take a little bit of that shit off. But face gorgeous, so handsome. Body, oh my God. Back when he was on that what you call it, on that balcony, the way his back was sitting up and his arms, oh, chef's fucking kiss. Yeah, and I found it really funny that Joe said, yeah, all the hoes were happy. Why women gotta be hoes? Because number one, we find this man super handsome, and number two, that she's moving on. fairly quickly, like men do. Who cares? And yeah, she was all in his face and she was smitten. Y'all, the way she was looking at him and smiling, and that was Joe's point. Joe was like, she couldn't even hide it. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you cannot. And yeah, she was in his face smiling like whatever. She was melting. And I understand why. But he didn't look like he was having a bad time either. He didn't look like it was one-sided. So there's that. But again, I don't understand why women are hoes and everything when you finally move on, which men, like I said, they move on quickly. They move on sometimes during. And what is she doing that's so bad that Lori Harvey gets championed for all the time? Like, she goes from guy to guy. That's dating. That's fair. That's fine. However, she dates, prominent guys, well-known guys, and people champion her. Even guys be like, yeah, she's something to mess with it. What is the difference between her and Cardi B? I don't understand. And I don't understand why women got to be hoes because we like the fact that she is living her life. She's outside. She's living her life. She's not sitting around pining for anyone, and that's okay. They're not pining for her either. Hell, you just had the last baby daddy in court being involved with his worker. And basically the whole court case was because he told her that she could go on a trip with him and then changed his goddamn mind because Cardi was going. So she ended up suing him for some kind of assault or whatever, not saying he did or didn't, but that was the basis of the freaking thing. Like, she was bitter. She was mad. Don't tell me I can go somewhere and we fucking on the low, and then you end up taking your girlfriend who I'm all in her face. I'm super foul. I'm in her face knowing that I'm sleeping with her man. Y'all don't get me started. Don't get me started. We found out that Keno got into an almost fight at some sort of concert or whatever. And then Melly Mel had to come and break it up. And Parks could not wait to tell. He was on it like, Keno. I'm like, damn, Parks. So, yeah, apparently there was something and Mona was champion. He's on site. Keno said on site, and Joe was bothered because you're embarrassing me. Like, even though Keno is his own person or whatever, but a lot of people know him from Joe, and a lot of people know him now from being on the pod. And Joe just won't learn. These motherfuckers constantly embarrassing him outside. So, yeah, I could see the embarrassment all over his face. And he was like, oh, my God. Melly Mel had to break him up. Keno was doing this shit in front of Jadakiss. And we know that Keno looked like scrawny as all get out now. They said he was on the shot, allegedly. I think that's what they said. And, yeah, now he just looks scrawny and like he just needs to hold up. Like, Keno is not my fave, but I'm pleasant, so we'll keep it light and cute. We found out that his daughter was there, I guess his oldest daughter, and yeah, Joe just seemed like he was not happy with Keno. And he even made mention of maybe needing to sit him down and talk to him. And I think maybe Keno is going through some things from, y'all don't kill me, but his breakup. Like, it seems as of right now, he hasn't been the same, even though he was an asshole then. But he just seems to be going through something. Like, maybe he does need an intervention. I don't know if it has anything to do with his breakup. However, he just doesn't seem right. And they were having a fit because he wasn't coming to cook. That's all they care about was, are you coming to cook tomorrow? That's what Park said. You guys, when they started talking about Nolan Wells and Mona went on her rant because she wasn't there when they spoke about it before, and we've had new updates or whatever. They have Crump representing. We found out that the friends did not bring the phone. The parents had to actually do the Find My Phone or Life 360 or whatever and find the phone and ask for it from one of the friends. So, yeah, we have some new details, but Mona went in and they ISO'd on her and she just went crazy on this don't trust white people thing. But actually, she wasn't saying don't trust white people, you can't have white friends. She was saying y'all can't spend the night at their houses. You can't go somewhere where it's just you with them. Like, no, that's not acceptable. And then Joe made the joke like, yeah, we're going to get lots of sponsors from that because it did come off like I don't really like white people rant. However, we understood what she was saying. We got it. We understood what she was saying. But yeah, Joe couldn't stop her. He just could not stop her. Anytime you try to stop her, she either doesn't stop or she gets mad and be like, I'm gonna leave after over talking everybody. That's what she was doing this whole entire episode that drove me crazy. Like she would get her shit off. She would get it off for a long, long time and over talk everybody. And then as soon as they wouldn't shut up, she would be like, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Come on, girl. You are just really showing why we don't need women up here. You pulling a Melissa. Anytime Melissa got upset, she got up and walked off, even though that's their thing up there. All they do is get up and walk around, get up and walk around, get up and do whatever you want to do. It's so ridiculous. And just so you guys know, I have downsized my tier. I really did. When I saw that he had the dream, and I'm sorry, the dream looked crazy as shit with that thing on his neck or whatever. It was a scarf or whatever. He looked crazy as shit. Does he make good music? I don't know. I mean, he did. I don't know anymore. I don't listen to music like that. New music, but whatever. He looked crazy as shit, and I have zero interest in the dream, so I skipped it. Then I saw pictures where he had, what was it, the Jungle Boys? Nothing against them. Don't want to hear him speak. That's not what I'm here for. So since Joe is going to do whatever the hell he wants to do and keep bringing these interviews up there or whatever, I am not going to pay more than I pay for Netflix for this shit. I'm not going to pay more than I pay for YouTube Premium. Like, I am going to downsize my tier. I am. And like I said, people have been putting the Patreon episodes on YouTube anyway. So, period. There we go. Listen, everyone wins. Everyone wins. Joe don't care about my little $25 going down to $15. And I don't care about missing some interviews. So everyone wins. But we move. All right, so then they discussed Takeoff and the fact that his deadbeat dad came around looking for money after he passed away. And Ice and Joe said they had no problem with that. Like, he's entitled to that money. And to me, I don't know if they were rage baiting to do it on purpose to get people upset, but how? How? If he hasn't done anything, how do you not find something wrong with him coming around trying to get some of the money? And I said he's entitled to it. How the fuck is he entitled to it? Please tell me how. Like, if you have done nothing, absolutely nothing, and she didn't make it seem like he was just a part-time dad or a slightly involved father. She said she was doing everything he was not around, period. So, yeah, how is he entitled to anything? That's just ridiculous. And the fact that they were arguing that point, however, saying, oh, I wouldn't do it, though, but I understand why. What does that mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. They, like I said, I think maybe they were just trying to do some rage baiting or something, because that just made no sense whatsoever. So you guys, the rage bait actually did work, because when I tell you I was livid watching it, I was so mad watching them say he was entitled to it and they didn't see a problem with it, although they wouldn't do it. And Mark kept asking Joe, listen, if you wouldn't do it, then why wouldn't you do it? And he just wasn't understanding what he was getting at. Like, it makes no sense for you to say, I wouldn't do it, but I don't see anything wrong with it. If you don't see anything wrong with it, then you would do it. Whatever. So I had to actually just be like, listen, girl, if you are talking about a deadbeat dad who would leave their kids, then he clearly has no morals, no nothing. So yes, of course he would come back around for money. He's a piece of shit. So that's the only thing that calmed me down, where I was just like, okay, we're talking about a piece of shit doing it. However, if you, Ice, and Joe don't consider yourselves pieces of shit, and Ice claiming to be dad of the year, how are you advocating for this? Like, how are you saying that you understand and he's entitled? Y'all, I had to move on from this because I was really, really pissed off. I'm just going to leave it with B-Dot and Mona saying that they got B-Dot out of there. And she was like, oh, I just felt so good how we all worked together. That shit was hilarious. And we got a little news that Joe felt like B-Dot dropped the ball on that Drake episode. And I think B-Dot wasn't really talking. I don't really remember that episode because I didn't give a shit about Drake or his album or whatever. So I probably fast forwarded a lot or was doing something else when I was listening to it. But I do feel like maybe B-Dot wasn't speaking a lot. I think maybe some comments said that. But you guys made him super uncomfortable. He knew he wasn't welcome there. So for you all to bring him back and expect him to really give it up, no. Like he even did the behind the scenes thing with Mark, and Mark was sitting there scolding him like a little kid. You were not supposed to sit in that seat, although he wasn't. And I'm not taking up for B Dot, but I'm just saying. I thought it was hilarious that Mona really ain't fucking with him. Mona really did not like B Dot, and she told this story about Ish because we found out also that Ish does not speak to. I didn't know his girlfriend had another baby or another kid. I don't know, maybe an older child. Well, it has to be an older child. I don't know how much older though, but she has one with someone else, and Ish doesn't speak to the kid's father. And apparently he's seen some stuff that she's been through. And Mona's just like, yeah, we're not surprised that you don't speak to him. And that's how she brought up B-Dot, because she was saying that if they were in a nursing home together and it was on fire and Ish could only save one person, it wouldn't be B-Dot. If B-Dot was right next to him, he would let B-Dot burn, because we know that Ish holds grudges. And he ain't do nothing but laugh. Listen, he didn't deny it. He didn't deny it. But I think more so, who's mad more than Ish is Mark and Mona. Like, they just really can't stand B-Dot. I think it's funny. But that's kind of it. That's the only thing that really happened. So if you are new to the channel and you made it this far, oh my God, because I just talked about a bunch of nothing. I like absolutely nothing, but I was pleasant with it. So if you feel like I was pleasant, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It helps to push the video out, which is what I am trying to do. If you're new, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you be part of the Beautiful People family. It is absolutely fucking free. Can I say fucking free and still be pleasant? Yes. It's free. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.